Hello, it is on this day, May 26th, 2024, that I am 8 months on testosterone. Now you may be wondering, why is this video a little bit late? Because I was technically 8 months on testosterone like 5 or so days ago. Well, I've moved twice in the last 2 weeks, and it was very hectic, and there's a lot of unpacking, there's a lot of stuff. I didn't open my laptop for the last like 2.5 to 3 weeks. So this is the first time I have had the availability and free time to do this in a while. So I just figured I would take the hit and get everything sorted before I recorded the video rather than have a hectic video that's kind of rushed and not really like very well done. So that's what we're doing. I am now living in New Mexico again. I have roommates, so if you hear them in the background, it's because I have roommates. And this is my new place I'll be living for 3 months, and then I'm gonna move again. It's a lot of moving. But with all that said, we'll actually get into the point of this video. 8 months, that's 3/4 of a year. We're approaching a year, and it's kind of blows my mind, honestly. So we're gonna start with the voice rating, and then we'll get into changes I've noticed or whatnot, and how has my identity been feeling. So let's get into that reading. So I believe I named this poem Shifting Tides. I wrote it on like month 2 or 3. I don't even remember anymore. It's been that long. And I'm gonna read it. An inlet of rock and sand by the sea, it is I that you see. For many years the waves lapped against me. I shifted to greet them from time to time, but in others I was shy, hiding my coast. They were an expected presence, a constant in my youth. Slowly, though, I grew tentative of them. I asked the tide, why scrape at me? She answered nothing has changed. Surely something did, for now I feel pain. The waves grew taller all the same. In high tide I reshaped my front, while in low I was left to deliberate, were allies brought to my tidal gates. Investigating a smooth shell one day, I thought he looked rather plain, but then a friendly claw turned him over, revealing rainbow swirls and tear-streaked truth. I was too quick to blame the tide, too naive to behold the moon. My cove is always changing shape, forming a haven in each wake. An inlet of rock and sand by the sea, it is I that you see. Cool. And then now we get into changes and things. I believe it was in the last month. No, I'm pretty sure last video is when I told y'all that I was off testosterone for a week because of supply issues. Not even supply issues, it's just my doctor wasn't available to refill my prescription, so it got delayed. But I've been fine. I got my testosterone refill. I just got out of my previous bottle. I just started my next bottle. It's kind of weird now that I'm living in Albuquerque. I have to figure out how I'm gonna go get my prescription because I didn't move my prescription location. I still have to go to Colorado. I happen to be in Colorado the week my next one will be empty. I just don't know what to do for July. July is the one where I'm not sure what to do. So, figuring that out currently. Hopefully, though, it will all work out. But overall, it's been pretty good. I think my voice just depends on the day. Like sometimes it's deeper, sometimes it's higher. That's just how it is. But I've kind of reached a point now where I'm very comfortable with my voice. Like even if it like goes high pitch or like the last few days I've screeched a few times because we were playing a horror game and there was a moth that flew at my face. But like I've done like a feminine like screech and I don't really care. I don't really mind. It's very nice for me to like I don't feel stress about it anymore. I'm just have accepted that this is just my voice and it makes me happy. It makes me comfortable. I'm feeling very good. I have more hair everywhere. It's kind of long now. Like before it was like, but now it's like it's starting to get long, and so I'm gonna go through with like clippers or scissors or something, somewhat soon. But there's definitely like more hair everywhere. I still don't have that much. A lot of the areas that people were like, you're gonna get chest hair, you're gonna get like ass hair, not applicable. But also that's just kind of how it is. It comes in differently for everyone, and I've noticed that a lot of the effects that my friend has had, I haven't had. But a lot of the ones I've had, they've not had. So I guess It just depends. We'll figure it out, I guess. Um, Voice, hair, acne. There's a lot of acne going on. A lot of acne going on. This is also definitely stress. So, finals were super stressful. The week after finals was also super stressful because the final grades weren't posted yet. And then I moved twice. So, the stress hasn't really lowered per se. It's just a different flavor of stress now. But I think things are starting to calm down. Like, now that I'm back into full time work, I'm used to full time work, so it's almost like comfortable. There's like a routine. I know what to do. I have like 8 hours designated to work, but then outside of work, I don't even have to think about it. So I think hopefully I'll get into a routine soon, and then we'll be back, and everything will be great again. And I'm gonna get back to reading. I know my book is right there. I will finish it soon. Soon. But that's kind of where I've been in terms of that. Um, I don't know why I'm struggling to remember what else changes with testosterone. Muscles, fitness. I've done some like mountain biking. I've done some like general workouts and yoga. I think yoga is pretty important right now just to maintain flexibility. So I've been doing that a lot. But it was really nice to go mountain biking again. I didn't really have the free time to do that this last semester. Um, and I wouldn't say that I could tell like a difference in my strength, but I could kind of tell a difference in my balance. Like I had to figure out, like, do I lean forward as much as I used to, or back, or whatnot. I don't know if that's just because I haven't biked in a while, or if that is because I have a different weight distribution now. I'm not sure. What I definitely can say though is my gut has grown for sure. It went from, you know, feminine, like it's a little bit more than hips, to like mostly stomach, little hips. Um, and it kind of caught me off guard at first. Like I knew it was gonna come, but I didn't realize just how much it would be. Um, but what I've been working on personally is just not worrying about it. Like that's just my goal. I see a lot of the male family members I have stress a lot about their stomach, whether or not they are fit. Several of them are fit, like very fit for men. Um, but they feel the need to have like the perfect like ab stomach, and I'm trying to not have that pressure on myself. I want to focus on like general fitness and like having like rock climbing ability or like stuff like that, where it's more like technique, some arm strength, some leg strength, but it's not like you don't look like the most fit person in the world. I'm not like lifting weights. Um, so that's just my personal goal. That's just how what I want. And that's probably what I'm going to keep doing. I didn't bring my crash pads or rock climbing equipment, but I do have a rock climbing pass for the city I'm in, so I can go bouldering. I have my mountain bike, I can go mountain biking, and I brought my yoga mat, which you can see right there, so I can just also work out here at home. What I've been doing is I've been using these fitness cards I've had since high school, um, and either you like shuffle and you like draw cards, or there's like different packages. There's like upper body, I'll just read it. Lower body, upper body, total body, abs, motivational cards, and workout plan cards. The workout plans cards will tell you like do this set and do this many repetitions. So I've pretty much been doing those occasionally, not that often. I need to do it more often, but I'm kind of working into it. Um, I will say that I did planks. It wasn't planks. It was the one arm planks where you have the arm up and then you go through. My back hurt so bad after that. And I've been trying to figure out what it is about planks that hurts my back. Because I swear, I'm trying really hard to keep a straight back. But maybe, I have theories, but they're all theories. I don't have any answer. But I do have more weight in the middle than I used to, right? So it's going to pull me down. Um, I don't know if it's because I was twisting my back, putting my arm through. I think my sense of balance is a little bit different personally, because when I was doing that, I couldn't have this here. I had to put it more in the middle now. It's, I don't know what it was, but that exercise hurt my back pretty bad. And so I've kind of been avoiding things like that for now until I'm at a point where I can comfortably just hold my arms in a way so I could figure out what it was that hurt and not do that again. Um, so, kind of a work in progress in that regard. I'm trying to be careful and be mindful of all that's going on. Another thing we can talk about would be binder. I guess it's not technically like testosterone related, though they are smaller because testosterone does move some fat away, and I've definitely noticed it. I think I've mentioned it the last few months, but it's definitely, I think it is an effect that testosterone's had. Um, but wearing a binder, some days I'm fine. Some days it's not necessarily that I'm feeling chest dysphoria, but it's more so that I just don't want to go out without a binder. The problem is that I wear it too much. Like, I wear it more hours than I'm supposed to, and I don't really want to take it off. Um, so I am in the next few months slash year, probably the next few months during the summer, I am gonna be doing some research on top surgery and figuring out like what all the tea is. As I said before, when it comes to these things, I usually plan it out far in advance. I want to know all the facts before I even get to the question of whether or not I want it. I want to know all the details behind it, all the pros, all the cons, and then I'll make that decision. So I think I'm going to start looking into all that research very soon. I know a bit of research because I've had friends do it, and I got curious. The first year I was just figuring out if I was trans or non-binary, but now I'm definitely gonna like do like a full search and figure out what all the details are there. Um, what else is there? Effects of testosterone. No periods. That's been long gone. I very much appreciate that. That's one of the best effects. Um, man, no health things have come up. Um, all my all my blood work has been fine. I don't have to do my third blood work for this year because I'm going to be in Albuquerque. My doctor said that I can just skip that one and just do the fourth one. So that's what I'll be doing. As soon as I get back in August, I'll be getting my blood work done, and then we'll probably have one more after that, like around December or November. And then that'll be it, and then I'll just have like yearly checkups. So, kind of exciting in that regard. And then, let's see. I should have loaded up a list of the effects of testosterone because I always forget. Oh, facial hair. That's a thing. I've been shaving a bit. I mean, it. One of the things I've noticed with shaving is that it does kind of get itchy. It's kind of the same as when you shave like body hair or pubic hair. It's like it can get stabby. It can like catch on stuff. Um, it's not been super itchy. Like it'll be itchy occasionally, but it's not been as itchy as usually men say. I assume that's just because I don't have the beard yet. I assume the beard is a lot more itchy. But I definitely got a lot going on down here. There's this one patch right here that grows faster than all the rest consistently. It grows back in like a day, just right here. So that's kind of funny. Um, I wouldn't say it's annoying because usually I just leave it because it's showing the truth. I'm going through a second puberty, so that's how I feel. But I've been getting the sideburns a bit, and then I think I've always left the mustache. It's not very noticeable now at all, but there's some days where it's more, some days where it's not. I think if I look up at people, like my roommates, my previous roommates, they always pointed out that it was a lot more noticeable if I happened to look up. So, but it's there. It's growing. Very, very slow going. But again, I know that it takes like up to 2 years. I have the hiccups. This is annoying. Up to 2 years or maybe a little bit more to really get real facial hair growing in. So, I'm just being patient. Other effects. We got body hair, voice, speech, muscle. I feel like there was one thing I wanted to tell y'all in this video, and I'm trying to remember what that was. Sweat. I have been sweating a lot. I don't know if this is because this is the first summer I've been on testosterone or if the sweat effects of testosterone have just hit. I think both are true because now this summer I have a binder on. It's hot as hell down here because I moved further south, which was stupid, but I didn't really have a choice. Um, so that is a thing. But also, I think sweat just has really kicked in, like, a lot. So I've had to, like wipe my pits because they've just had that much sweat. So that is a new thing this month. Like, a very important new thing this month. So I've been noticing that a lot recently. Aside from that, I can't really think of anything else. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but if I am, I'll see if I can include it in next month's. Next month is Pride Month, so we'll have some various things going on there. It's possible I can also just include it in my next video, because I will be doing, for sure this time, I will be doing a video before next Pride Month, or before next trans video, because it's Pride Month. There we go. And because I have more free time now, I have the ability to do that. Before we get into those final announcements, though, which I was alluding to, we still have the how am I feeling. And for this section, I'm feeling fantastic. Like, I don't have too much to say in this regard. I am currently rooming with like 3 cis men, and I always wondered like how I would feel doing that, and I feel very gender affirmed, honestly. Like being in this situation, I feel great. They call me dude, they call me bro. I wasn't always comfortable with like the dude bro talk in school, but in this regard, I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel good. So that's been like very nice for me. I didn't think that would be a benefit of this living situation, but it's happened. And now that I'm back at work again, people are gendering me correctly at work. And so it's kind of weird because I was able to pass a little bit at work last year, like a bit, but not that much. But now I'm passing a lot more than last year. It's interesting when I run into people I knew, like half of them point out that my voice is deep or whatnot, and half of them didn't notice. So that's kind of interesting to me. Like I keep running into people, and some of them are like, "Oh, that's different." Some of them are like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And it just goes over their head. Um, Name change is still a pain in the butt. I only have 2 documents left. Passport is done. Thank goodness. This might be the most important one in many regards. But I still got my driver's license, which I'm not doing until my 21st birthday because I have to get the horizontal license anyway. And birth certificate. Part of me wants to leave the birth certificate as it is, but I have run into issues with having documents with different names a few times now. I don't want to keep running into that issue, so I might just change the birth certificate so that everything's on the same page. So that's why I haven't done the name change video yet, is I wanted to have all my documents done, but it turns out that it's kind of a bigger pain that I really want to deal with. I also am about to put my name change through for all my like debit cards and stuff, so that's also a pain to have to deal with. But like most of the time, like I would say like 98% of the time, I get the correct name. Some emails always have my old name. My parents still fuck it up occasionally. I more so they'll call me my sister's name than my dead name because their brain knows that there's a name they need to not say, and so they jump to my sister's name and then they're like, "Fuck, that's also the wrong name," and then they have to go to my name. But they're getting there. We're getting there slowly. And then in terms of like work has been fine. Like my current name has been everywhere except my badge because I haven't updated my badge. So there's just a lot going on. But if someone uses my dead name, it doesn't hurt, or it doesn't hurt's a little strong word for how I've always felt. But I always felt uncomfortable. It's still a little uncomfortable for me, but I think I've joked about my dead name enough that it's not too uncomfortable. Like I've kind of embraced it. I don't hate my name in terms of like what the name is. I just never thought it fit me, at any point, because every time I met someone else with that name, it they were very not me. They were very alike, except for me. Um, so it just makes more sense to me to have my name in the order it is. But the other day, when one of my previous coworkers called me by the name on my badge, I was like I had no reaction. I just nodded and like kept forward the conversation as if it didn't happen. So yeah, I think I've been feeling pretty good overall. Um, I also, oh, that's another thing. I just bought new clothes. Like literally, my previous clothes did not fit anymore. Like literally every one of my pairs of pants did not fit anymore, and that was very bad at the end of the year because nothing fit and it was painful. Like it was actually like painful, like how tight some of that was on my stomach. So I just spent a lot of money and got brand new clothes. I got pretty much the same clothes I had, but bigger and nicer. So I have a lot of like pants, like formal pants for work. I got some new button ups that I really like, and they actually fit me. So that's the other thing. I have figured out what size in men's fit me, and it fit me pretty well. I think maybe 32 length was not enough. I might need to go a bit more. Or is it 30? Oh no. Now I'm fucking up the numbers. I think I got 30 length. I think I need 32 length. So that was an oopsie on my part. But I pretty much went from having like a 28, 29 waist to having a 33 waist. So that's how different it is. It does depend on the brand. Obviously, brands make their waists differently. Um, so because I have a different brand of clothes now, I don't know how to explain what my actual waist difference is. But I did used to have 28, 29, 30, and I just bought all 33 because 32 was right on that barrier of it fits now, but it might not fit in the future. So I got 33, so it has a little bit of a gap, but like a comfortable gap that doesn't fall or sag and can adapt for the future. So that's something I would advise to all trans men is you will have to get new clothes, period. And you need to, I would just go to a store and figure out what size you are. Like just keep trying clothes on. I felt bad the whole time because I kept going into the changing room like at least like 5 times, maybe 6. Um, but I had to figure out what size I was. So that's what I did. Um, and also that has made me a lot happier, like having clothes that fit and just like working towards having a style makes me very happy. And I'm a lot more comfortable with shorts now. I think it is the leg hair. I think it's the leg hair and like maybe just my general comfort with my gender. But I can now wear shorts comfortably and I don't feel weird or bad or like I need to hide them or anything like that. So that's also very nice. Um, those were the two big things. It was sweat and clothes. Clothes was the one that I thought was very important and I forgot to mention. Um, but yeah, I've been doing a lot better. I think as I keep making money at work, I think I'm gonna get a bit more clothes. Um, there is a local tailor that will tailor stuff for trans people, and so I might try to do that with my white button up because it is way too big. It doesn't fit me, but it's fixable. So I think that might be something I do. Um, I believe that is it for this month. Generally, I'm feeling a lot better. I've found the things that make me feel even more better, and I'm kind of just living. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last few months. I've kind of just, it's not something I've been working on. I'm kind of just going through life and figuring it out as I go. So, I'm not in a bad spot, especially now that I passed my classes. I'm not in a bad spot. There was a scary bit for a while there. Like there was some real stress in the last month, but it wasn't stress towards gender things. It was stress towards life, and there's a lot of stress towards life. We'll just say that. Um, this kind of carries into the final section, conclusion, what comes next, what's coming up. Um, it's almost Pride Month. I'm going to Pride here in New Mexico, so I'll be recording clips of that and probably post it if I have the chance. If I'm in the parade again, which I think I will be, I cannot record clips. I'm not allowed to. That's fine though. Maybe my friend can record clips for me or something like that. But I'll record clips of like the after party and stuff. So that would probably be the next video that comes out. Will be like my pride celebration. And then we also have my first family reunion since I came out as trans is coming up. I decided to go this year because I do miss my family. And I know they're all, like, all of them are supportive. They've been using my correct name even when I'm not there. I know that. There's one family member on that side of the family that doesn't know, and I don't want to tell because she will be very annoying about it. And that is the pure reason I've not gone to family reunion for a while now, and also because I wanted money for work. But this year, since it's in the middle of July, I decided to go. So I've set off my time during work to go do that. I'll probably have a video after that about how it was to go to a family reunion after coming out as trans to a family that is mostly supportive. And yeah, that's something I'll be doing. There will be some reflections, and then obviously we'll have a big video for the 1 year on T. And when I finish my name change, whenever that is, I did also update my gender markers with the name changes. It just felt easier to do that, so that's what I've been doing. What else is next? Just keep in mind that I now am on my final year of school, like, because I barely passed my classes. I'm on my final year of school, which means that things will be a little hectic because it's different. It's different than the other 3 years. Now I have a whole ass engineering project, and if I still have work on top of school, which I probably will, it'll pretty much be like working like 2 part-time jobs with a few extra classes. So things will be busy for a while longer, but likely after graduation I'll probably have a lot of free time by comparison. Even if I find that when I have full-time work, like, I have so much free time to do stuff. School just has a way of eating up like most minutes of my life, to the point that every minute there's not school, I'm asleep or napping or resting, because it just takes so much brain power, so much extra things to do. Reading, homework, more studying, more studying. I felt like I was studying like non-stop for a month. Like, it was crazy. Like, I had such a bad grade in one class despite trying pretty hard that I just spent an insane amount of my time just studying for that class. And it was close. It was really close, even with all that. They had to bump all of us up because the class average was like 50 or 60. Like, it was in that range. It was below passing. So they had to raise us all up. But it will be stressful and a little bit busy for the next year. I'll try to fit in stuff wherever I can. After the 1 year testosterone video, I won't be doing monthly. I'll be doing like quarterly or half a year. Probably quarterly for the second year, and then half a year for the next year, and then maybe yearly after that. Just a general outline. I guess one additional like side note is I watched Pose. I can't remember if I did that before last video or not. I managed to watch the TV show Pose in like 2 nights, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was everything it lived up to be. I am so glad I got to watch it. I've been looking forward to that TV show for years. And yeah, I'm so happy with it. I only watched season 1, I should clarify. I only watched the first season, but it was so good. I love it dearly. And it was one of those things that made me be like, man, I kind of want to be feminine again. Which it comes and goes. Like, sometimes I just want to wear feminine clothing. Like, especially when it comes to like Ren Fair, which I'm also going to this year. I might do a video on Ren Fair depending on how it is. But like sometimes I want to wear like the full like dress and corset and everything. It doesn't make me not a man, which my parents really struggle to understand, like why I would want to do drag. Like, drag either way. They don't understand it because they're like, you're a man, why would you be drag as a man? Or they're like, you want to be a man, why would you do drag as a woman? Like they don't understand. And I really don't know how to explain it. Like I really don't. I think the best I can say is that I want to be a cis man and do drag, like many gay men do. Like they are still men. They dress that way, but like most of the time in their cases that they're men. There's some trans women that do that, and again they can go either way. Um, so that's why I'm like a little bit confused because, or not confused. I'm not confused. I struggle explaining it to people who are confused because it's just something I feel like I want to be able to do that occasionally, not often. And currently, I'm in a spot where if I do try to do that, I don't feel good, so I can't. But my goal is to work towards a place where I can do that. Like I'm so comfortable with my gender that I can fuck with it however I want, and I'm still me. So that's currently also a goal I'm working towards, but very slowly. Like that is less of my priority than the rest currently, um, because I'm very comfortable with the clothes I have now. They're not very queer clothing, which is why I don't really know what to wear to Pride because I don't have anything. I don't have anything gay to wear. So that's something I'm trying to figure out with my wardrobe very slowly. I bridged the gap by going to queer formal in a tailcoat and a top hat. So, if it works. But yeah, I think that covers a lot of the future and what's going on. And I don't think I have any other closing remarks. I will try to fit in videos wherever I can. And I'll try to do research wherever I can. I'm going to be going to a lot of queer events now that I'm here, so I might be able to talk about those as well. So there's a lot coming up, hopefully, and I should have more free time now, and I'll read my books. I'll get there, slowly. And we might have a video, big might have a video updating on my sexuality, because that is a thing. I don't really know how to talk about it. It's one of those things where now that I've like actually been thinking about it more, it's almost private or personal. It's not that I don't want to share it because I do. I just don't know how to share it without it coming across as like super personal. So once I figure that out, we might have a video on that. But until then, I hope you all have a good rest of May and the beginning of Pride Month. And I'll see you all probably in June. Bye-bye.